Authorities in Texas are still trying to piece together why a man opened fire inside a small-town church Sunday, killing at least 26 people.
National news outlets have learned a mistake by the Air Force may have allowed the shooter to pass background checks and purchase some of the guns he used. Meg Oliver has the latest from Sutherland Springs, Texas.
Somebody ran in there and started shooting everybody.
More than 24 hours after the massacre at the First Baptist Church of Sutherland Springs, authorities say they've gathered a trove of evidence in their investigation.
Hundreds of shell casings, more than 15 magazines, 30-round capacity magazines have been recovered.
Part of their probe is now focused on the Air Force after it admitted its Office of Special Investigations failed to report Devin Kelley's criminal history to the FBI, so his name was not in their database.
We're working with them to try to figure out what happened there.
The 26-year-old had received a bad conduct discharge from the force for domestic assault in 2012 and pled guilty to 2 counts of domestic violence a year later. Investigators say Kelley fired both inside and outside the church with a Ruger AR-type rifle. They say the incident may have stemmed from a family dispute.
We know there was conflict between the families, and whether that was revenge or not, it would be speculation on my part.
Officials say they're looking into threatening text messages the shooter sent his mother-in-law before the incident. She attended the church but was not there at the time. Kelley sustained 3 gunshot wounds Sunday, including a self-inflicted shot to the head. The victims who lost their lives range from 18 months to 77 years old.
Among the 20 wounded Sunday at the church, 10 remained hospitalized in critical condition. Vice President Pence will travel to Sutherland Springs on Wednesday to meet with victims' families.
Miami police are investigating a Florida police officer who punched a woman. The woman slapped him in the face as she was carried out of Saturday's football game between the University of Miami and Virginia. This video shows 4 police officers carrying the woman when the 30-year-old nurse slaps one of the cops, who reacts with a punch, and she appears to go limp. Police say the woman was belligerent, cursing and arguing with fans. She's charged with felony battery on a police officer. A spokesperson says the police department is reviewing the video to make sure proper procedures were followed.
The NDSU football team looks to move on after suffering their first loss of the season. We'll catch up with the Bison later in sports.
And some Netflix fans are anxious to get their hands on a dinosaur sweatshirt with Minnesota ties.